buddies.
Yay. Welcome to our bonus pod, episode 106, Overpromised. Covino and Rich, you okay over there?
Yeah, try to float. There we go.
Yeah, keep trying, buddy. We are getting ready for Labor Day weekend. In fact, we're filling in for Dan Patrick on Labor Day, but action-packed episode of Overpromised.
Oh. I thought you said you were getting ready for the final month of baseball, and we are 1 week away from the kickoff of the NFL season.
Getting ready for my Yankees to have a better record than your Mets.
Shit, I hope not.
Yeah, let's go, Babe Ruth.
I'm predicting the White Sox help me out against your Yanks this weekend.
I'm wearing this for good luck. The great Bambino. So lots to get to on today's show. Music and sports in the bedroom. What are the rules?
Oh.
Gross sports shit, okay? There's a Freddie Freeman story. Politics in sports. Do they mix? We got some stories. But Rich,
Yes,
you got
buddy.
unis on the mind?
Well, dude, I'm the guy that loves schedule watching. I'm the guy that loves uniform changes. And today, the NFL unleashed. They unfurled a bunch of new uniforms. It's the rivalry collection. And it's a handful of teams. I focused on four that, hey, if you're into uniforms like I am and you like that alternate uniform, there's four that pop up to me. I think the dopest one, Buffalo Bills. Picture a snowy game, upstate New York, and they break out the cold front uniforms. These look bad as fuck. All white, silver numbers, and it's honestly has like some cool Blizzard type of look.
It's like some Game of Thrones type of shit.
Josh Allen's working at the wall with Jon Snow.
Yeah.
That looks dope, right?
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. I like it.
Now,
not bad.
As you know, I'm a big Niners fan. They tried the black jerseys with Kaepernick that
Isn't
one
that
year.
camouflage, though, in a snow game? I don't know if that's legal.
You know, that's an advantage that Buffalo will have then.
Home field advantage for sure.
The Niners tried the black uniforms with the red numbers with Kaepernick back in the day, but they're doing a little twist on it. Black helmets now. And if you notice the 49er font, that old school 49ers script is the numbers now.
Yeah, no, I like that. You got to keep some tradition there. I like the black. I don't know if I really love this uniform, though.
I'm not feeling the Niners in black. They've tried it before, but that's one that people are talking about today. I'll give you two more quickies.
Black is sleek, though. It's a little mix of modern and classic there.
I think the Dolphins got a sleek one for the winter. Take a look at this Dolphins helmet and tell me what you think. I think it's like it's a little twist off of everything just being teal and white usually. Look at the Dolphins here. Little matte finish helmet.
Ooh,
right?
It's kind of fresh, yeah.
That is kind of fresh.
I like that one better than your 49ers, can't lie. But, rivalry edition, what are they called?
The rivalry editions. And I'll give you one more. I think Oregon has done this. People love when I say Oregon. They've done this in college football, but the Arizona Cardinals have almost like a Dexter paint splatter, blood splatter type of look. Take a look at this.
Spatter.
Is that splatter?
No, spatter.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, right.
I can't, hold on.
Put your glasses on.
Oh, yeah. Actually, now I see it. Oh, yeah. Not bad.
What do you think?
It's all right, man. I'm not loving it.
But you know what? Again, we talk about NFL, NBA, baseball, you just gave credit. You said a lot of the City Connect jerseys. Just give fans a little something more.
Just another option, especially if you're a guy that likes to buy the jerseys or rock a different hat here and there. I'm all for it. It's fun. Mix it up a little bit.
I could see a 49er
They're just
black
alternate
hat.
jerseys. It's not like they're wearing them all the time. I think it's cool.
So, all right, little NFL action. Now we could proceed with Overpromised. But you know me, I get pumped about uniforms.
Hey.
And I still think last year, and they're going to have it again, when the Lions wear the all black with the blue helmets, that Honolulu blue, that shit is hot. So let's get ready. 1 week until the NFL. But I know that a former Yankee.
That's right. Former World Series champion.
A former
Yankee.
Texas Ranger.
Yes. And Angel. And who else? Anybody else?
I think of Tex as a Yankee and a Ranger. I don't know. I don't even think Angel.
He was an Angel too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So Mark Teixeira. Remember him? Let me give you some of the stats. Mark Teixeira.
Let me look him up. Hold on.
1,862 hits, 409 home runs.
Mark Teixeira.
268 batting average, 2009 World Series champion with the Yankees, first baseman, really great player, great glove. I feel like we didn't appreciate him enough as a Yankee. He was a really solid player, had a nice career, 14 years in the bigs. As of today, they're saying he's dipping into some politics, dude. Politics. So he's making the transition into politics.
You know, as you see, Mark Teixeira, a proven winner for Texas. Mark Teixeira, obviously a Texas Ranger, like you said. We forgot one team, and when I say it, you're going to say, of course, fuck. The Yankees, Rangers, obviously running for politics, running for office.
Teixeira, 45, will run to represent the Lone Star State's 21st district located in the Texas Hill Country north of San Antonio and West Austin.
Woo-wee. That's where my wife's from.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go say hi to him.
So what was the other team?
The Braves.
Ah, yeah, of course.
He had a couple of good years on the Braves.
I had to double check how many times he won a World Series. He played some big games for some big teams.
So when you think of other politics and other athletes, other sports, what comes to mind for you?
Well, a few things come to mind. A few athletes come to mind, but the long-running sentiment of politics and sports, do they mix, also comes to mind, and that's a constant debate.
Well, you know what it is? I'm not a shut up and dribble guy. I hate that sentiment, but I also don't think uninformed athletes should just start yapping about politics. I think, why does it have to be one or the other? You don't need to shut up and dribble, but spouting out stuff that you don't really know about, it's not your specialty. Like, I'm not a political specialist, which is why I don't like talking about it.
But a lot of these guys got into politics after sports, so I don't know if you could really debate that.
It makes sense though, right? Because they get a little taste of, I guess you would say, notoriety, fame, power, and they realize I can make a difference. I have a voice.
Right.
It makes sense, right? And they want to do something of value when their career is done.
And a lot of people know who they are. They're probably going to get the vote. And the first guy that comes to mind is the Governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Universe,
of course,
bodybuilder. He was an athlete turned governor. So he's the first that comes to mind for me. And he had a nice run as governor here in California.
You know what? It's wild because you're right. You forget. Like, oh yeah, athlete. He was like Mr. Mr. Olympia, right?
I mean, there was none better at the time. And a guy we used to work with also comes to mind. Like, work with? Yeah. When we worked at SiriusXM, we sort of ran into everybody. Yeah. And he would do a show there. Bill Bradley, who I know as a New York Knick growing up. I mean, not of my era, but I knew him as a New York Knick. But he was a Jersey Senator. So Bill Bradley, again, after sports, dove into politics. So the Mark Teixeira thing isn't that crazy when you think about it. Who else comes to mind?
I mean, you're a big baseball guy. This is before our time, but when you look into politics and sports, baseball pitcher Jim Bunning, guy almost played 20 years in the bigs, and he was a senator, was in the House. Like this is a guy that, like, it wasn't like he had a cup of coffee in either. He was a lifelong baseball player.
Jim Bunning in the House.
And a lifelong politician. So this guy had two pretty successful careers in both. So props to Jim Bunning. And then I think it's funny when people in the fight game get involved because they're competitive. There's no more competitive people than fighters.
Well, think of the impact that Manny Pacquiao had for his country. The whole country. Pacquiao! The country would stop when he fought. So he had huge impact and influence on the Philippines. And I always think of him as the president of the Philippines.
He ran but lost.
Yeah, but who bigger in the world of the Philippines? He was senator. And, you know, he still dabbles there, but he's still boxing. So now he's back to boxing. Will he go back to politics? Probably. Or focus on politics? Probably. But Manny Pacquiao trying to make his impact.
Who's a more popular Filipino that beat him for president? Joe Coy? Like
Joe Coy. No, it was a Jabberwocky, I think. I don't know.
How about, speaking of Philippines, Pacquiao? How about a guy that wants to be president of Ireland? He has made it known, and he's strutting onto the podium to probably do a speech in Ireland now. Conor McGregor.
Yep. He's been saying this for a minute, but is his career in the UFC over? I mean, yeah, I think it is, but he's being tested again, and maybe in the octagon one more time. We'll see. I'm sure there's a payday out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, he wants to be president of Ireland, and who more popular than him?
Can I give a couple shout outs? A couple extras that didn't make maybe our top list?
Are we thinking of the same guy?
Who are you thinking of?
Could I give it?
Yeah, good.
Your mom probably had a crush on him growing up. Steve Garvey's so handsome.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Tom Selleck.
No.
Jim Plunkett?
No, Steve Garvey.
Who did my mom have a crush on? Gary Carter?
The honorable mention because I think he ran for California Senate, but I know he's like a well-known Republican sort of guy who, dabbled in politics.
So Steve Garvey, I was thinking a guy that I think we all forgot about. He was going to be a vice presidential candidate, Jack Kemp, NFL player. Remember Jack Kemp was into politics for sure. And if you're going to bring up Arnold, got to bring up Jesse the Body Ventura. I think he's somewhere in the Baja.
Dude, Minnesota.
He's in the Baja.
That's a good one. But again, there is a difference between professional bodybuilding and wrestling.
But
However,
sports entertainment.
Yeah, sports entertainment. Props to the Body Ventura. And props again to Mark Teixeira. That's how we got here in the first place. Again, 14 big league seasons, World Series champion now turned politician. We'll see. We'll keep you posted. Now we turn our attention to gross shit in sports.
Yeah, these are all the things we couldn't get to on the Fox Sports radio show today. That's why we put him on Overpromised. Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman. One of the most likable dudes in sports. It says something about Freddie Freeman. He hit a walk-off in the World Series against your Yankees, and you still can't really hate him.
Such a likable guy, even though he looks like Biff Tannen, even though those chompers are so distracting. He's such a great player and such a good dude. Yeah. But he was caught in the dugout doing something we're all guilty of. I'm not saying, but look, I'm not in the Dodgers dugout. I'm not on national television ripping nose hairs out. He was caught pulling out his nose hair. And the worst part about it is like seconds later, he's like bro hugging and slapping ass and shaking hands with his teammates.
Well, I mean, you know that feeling where there's one rando hair and you see it and you're in your car, maybe in the rear view, and you're like, it hurts. You start
worse.
tearing up.
As you get older, you'll see one in your ear. You're like, ah.
Do you do the move with wifey or no?
No, hell no.
I like once a week when I'm like trimming up the scruff, the beard, or if
I call them the Michael Stray hairs.
When I'm
when you got a stray hair,
you hit your 40s. I call my wife into the bathroom like, honey. She's like, yeah. I go, check my ears and back for stray hairs, and she. Listen,
God bless your beautiful wife.
That's what don't wives do that?
Isn't that like a bedroom killer right there?
No, we don't talk about bathroom stuff in front of each other. But I'll be like, babe, check my ears because I don't want to not see a hair and it.
I guess she got your back. That's cool. She got your back hair.
Yeah, she got my back hair. Gross shit in sports. Freddie Freeman picking those hairs. There's other things that we just accept in sports. Sports are one of those places where you're like, no big deal.
Like slap ass.
Slapping ass. What about snot rockets? How many times do they go to a guy on the mound or in the dugout? They're like, there he is, blowing snot out of his nose.
When it's caught on camera, the worst. You see it in baseball right here. Yeah. But you know where you see it a lot? In fighting. In boxing especially.
Cut me, Mick. What about cutting guys
You're like, Mick, cut me. Absolutely. No. Yeah, some gross shit in sports. You could add to the list, but snot rockets is one of them. Again, are we all innocent here? No, but we're not on camera the way they are. Maybe at a traffic light sometimes you get caught out there, but not like Freddie Freeman. How about junk adjustments? I mean, you know where I find to be this the most challenging? When I'm on an airplane and people are sitting next to me. I have to be honest. I have to, adjust the bat wing.
You start adjusting junk so much on a plane sometimes. You're like, I hope someone doesn't think I'm being inappropriate.
For real. I feel like bat wing duck. And I'm like, I hope this lady next to me is sleeping.
That's dangerous.
But when
Batwing duck.
When you're Juan Soto and you're, adjusting the huevos on TV.
It happens.
It happens. So it does happen. Junk adjustments. And Rich, weren't you known for something back in your Little League days?
Well, don't shake my hand. And don't shake Posada's hand or Moises Allou's hand either because we pee on him. No, I've never done this, but there was always the rumor that
I wasn't talking about you peeing on your hands. Weren't you known for picking your ass?
Oh, that's a different move. Yeah. No, I'll explain that in a second. Right. But as far as peeing on your hands,
it's the coolest.
If peeing on your hands is cool, consider me Miles Davis. Consider me Moises Alou. Moises Alou and Posada, two guys that you would remember never wore batting gloves. And
hold on, Vladimir Guerrero never wore batting gloves either. Did he pee on his hands?
I'll ask him.
The thought process was like it made your hands more tough and rough. And Posada, as a catcher, he wanted his hands to be ready to go.
So the old baseball joke was, don't shake Moises Alou's hand.
Yeah, Posada, same thing. And some gross ass shit. I don't know if that works at all or matters, but they believe that it did.
Oh, if you talk about my ass adjustment, I'll tell you about this.
Is that a procedure you had?
No. It's when I would do the Tuffle shuffle when I would get up to bat.
Yeah.
My mom would always say that, Richie, stop picking your ass. I don't know why. When I would get in the batter's box, high school baseball, even when I was in my 20s playing, I would always, right as I got in the box, I would just like straighten out my boxer briefs by like picking my asshole.
Would you sniff your fingers afterwards?
And then I would go,
why?
I don't know.
Deep crack or something?
I would just try to like, and my mom would always be like, you're embarrassed. Stop picking your ass.
Deep crack Chopra over
I know.
here. This guy's got a constant wedgie when he's in the batter's box. And how about this? Gross shit that athletes do. I think of the scene in Naked Gun when everyone just starts spitting, but it does get out of control. The spitting. Hey, we all played sports. We get it. It's part of it. But when you really think about it, right?
I've seen guys. I play Sunday softball. I've seen guys do this move, spit in their hands, and they go like this move, and then they grab a bat, and then when they're done batting, I'm like, yo, hand me that bat. I'm like, sort of gross, right?
Very gross.
You ever think about when you have a stripper put her big jubbos in your face? And you realize that they were just on some other dude's face.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, in my 20s, I don't do that anymore.
Not me. When you were younger. Shay, you ever think of that? Or
when you come home with a glittery nose.
You ever think that if you got your face on a stripper's boobs, 10 minutes before that, it was some other dude's face there?
Gross.
It's a gross thought, right?
It's a disgusting thought.
Right? But you never think about it. You might be like, and then 5 minutes before that, some like creepo, equally as creepy as you. Anyway,
let's give it up to Shay, who's filling in for Spot right now.
Shay came up with a good one to add.
I got an honorable mention too.
When we were kids in school, when you talk about gross sports shit, it goes unspoken that when you were a stinky, smelly, using deodorant for the first time, teenager, preteen kid, do you remember how your buds wouldn't wash their gym clothes?
How about like you would sweat your ass off in gym class and then end up in social studies right after that? With a sweaty ass.
It's gross to think that you would wear gym shorts, a t-shirt, have teenage sweat, put it back in like your Ralph shopping bag in your locker.
Oh yeah, stink like ass, stink like Fritos.
So,
and by the way, how about the pennies? You get like pennies from your gym teacher from like 1970 something that smelled like BO from 30 years ago. And I got one more honorable mention. I mean, we've all done it. Your kid probably still does it now.
Well, yeah.
Chewing on leather. And you're probably thinking, chewing on leather. Don't tell me every little leaguer with anxiety isn't chewing on his glove and that taste of leather.
I want everyone. I want everyone right now. Unless you're driving, of course, don't close your eyes, but close your eyes.
Yeah.
And think about you're standing in left field or at third base, in between, pitching change. You're sitting there. You're telling me you can't mentally taste what a string of leather on the end of your baseball glove tastes like?
Absolutely can.
Like that
That's
raw leather.
Tastes like ass pennies.
You would chew on that shit all game.
How'd we get here? Freddie Freeman yanking nose hairs out on TV. What else comes to mind for you? Gross shit in sports. There's grosser shit. Let us know at Covino and Rich, at Fox Sports Radio, hashtag Overpromised.
Right. Now, there's a trend that you were telling me about. I know we love music. We love sports. Those are a few of our favorite things.
I think they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I got to give my boy Jesse Lee. He's a rock guru. He's on Sirius XM, Octane. I got to give him credit because there was an interview. He posted this. There was an interview in Metal Hammer about Deftones and their new album.
Sorry, I don't get that magazine.
Deftones have a new album out called Private Music. And Chino Moreno was asked if he was a fan of the new term to describe their music, baddiecore. It was coined by Craig Reynolds, straight from the Path Downbeat podcast. Now, what is baddiecore? Well, Chino Moreno didn't know either. He's like, oh yeah, that's music described as what you put on when you're bumping uglies. When you're getting it on in the funk shop.
Who says bumping uglies?
They did in the article.
Mine's quite handsome.
So Chino Moreno's like, well, just another label we need to outrun, I guess, because he never loved the new metal label. He's like, new metal, what's that? But Deftones have like a sexy sort of vibe to them a little bit, like a dreamy sort of vibe. So apparently this is like rockin' bedroom music, and it poses the question, does everyone have a playlist? And what about sports, right? This is Overpromised, Fox Sports Radio, Covino and Rich. Do you leave the game on sometimes?
What's the score?
Does that matter?
Score matters.
If it's a tight game?
If it's Mets-Phillies tied in the 8th, I might...
What are the rules
here? I might peek over her shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe it works to your benefit. Maybe it makes you last longer. Maybe seeing
Seeing Anthony Volpe might give you a little more time.
Maybe distract you. He struck out again. But it keeps you motivated.
If you got little kids, my wife and I joke about this because you can't have a silent room because if there's any noise coming from you guys, you don't want your kids to hear it. But then again, you don't want to put on something weird. So there are times where like, I don't want to put on like something I'll laugh out in the background. I'm not going to put on like stand-up comedy. I'm not going to put on sports because then you don't want to be like, well, it's the score.
Like you need ambiance. You need a certain amount of lighting, right? So you could enjoy yourself and see what's doing. But at the same time, you don't want those distractions, or do they work to your benefit? So if people are rocking out, right? Baddie core or whatever
music in the bedroom, huh?
Sex playlist you have. Like, what about
But is it
TV?
Is it cheesy to be like, all right, I know I'm going to get it on with this girl I'm dating or my wife, and all of a sudden you're like, you hit your Spotify or whatever playlist. Is that lame to hit a playlist, or is that pretty standard?
I think it's setting the mood where watching sports may be taken away from the mood, because I get criticized if I have the game on and we're at Applebee's. I'm like, well, there's TVs everywhere. What's the difference? If we're at dinner sometimes, if it's a big game or a fight, I'll have the game on here and I just got it on so I know what's going on. If I'm criticized for that, how could we not be criticized for keeping the game on during sexy time?
It's weird. When I finish, I say, put it in the books, like I'm Howie Rose. Is that weird? I don't know if that's weird.
See ya!
I don't know if that's weird. It might be a little weird. I don't know.
Exactly. So your thoughts based on this when it comes to leaving the game on during sexy time. Does it work for or against? I say, I understand. It happens.
Sometimes I put on the History Channel, and if I see your face, it totally fucks me up.
Yeah, it's a boner killer.
Oh, boy.
So, hey, guys, your thoughts again at Covino and Rich, at Fox Sports Radio. Remember, subscribe to our new YouTube channel, all right? If you're just listening to this podcast, subscribe.
Do us a favor. It's easy.
Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. That's where the stream's now live. You could watch it. Thanks again, Shay, and thank you guys for checking us out. Happy Labor Day weekend.
And until next time, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the Overpromised land. Let's go, Yankees.
Goodbye. Let's go Mets.